Springtime brings its own kind of magic. It's one that invites us to slow down and notice all of its tiny wonders. Buds opening, the way the light dances on old brick roads. It quietly unfolds as we watch and wonder. It also feels like the perfect time for new beginnings. So today, we're turning yesterday's growth into tomorrow's beginning. This year, I found myself drawn to making soft little shifts in the house, tucking away the deeper tones of winter for the softer hues of spring. It doesn't have to be dramatic, just a quiet transition to let the space breathe again, one small change at a time. A stroke of genius in the Target dollar section led me to turning these charming scalloped baskets into the perfect cottage-style lampshades. I paired them with pinstripe candlesticks for an added bit of texture. It feels very simple yet playful and was the perfect upgrade for our candle sconces for spring. For the next subtle shift into spring, I wanted to lighten up the drapery throughout the main areas. I swapped out not only the sheers in the dining room, but also the dark velvet florals in the living room. It wasn't just about color. I wanted the texture to feel lighter as well. I chose these custom floral curtains with a beautiful linen-like texture. They were kindly gifted by 2 Pages Curtains, and they've generously offered a discount if you'd like to order some of your own. You'll find all of the details in the description box below. I went with an unlined triple pleat for a soft, classic look in the color vintage. All through spring, I love keeping fresh flowers around the house, whether they're clippings from the garden or something I've spotted on a shopping trip. Just tucking a few stems and flowers around the house really makes it feel like it's blooming from within. My vision for this tablescape is a little different than I typically do. I didn't aim for a perfectly symmetrical table. I wanted it to feel a bit more wild, a bit more gathered, like something you'd find in a little cottage in the woods. I used natural elements like the honeysuckle growing in our yard and mixed in pieces that feel like they could have been gathered from a forest just beyond the garden gate. It's simple, a little unruly, and exactly the kind of beauty that calls to spring. Springtime is always a time of reflection and introspection for me. My late mother passed away 3 years ago at the end of February, and honestly, when spring came that year, it saved me. I wanted nothing more than to be in nature. It was that year that I planted the lilac in our front garden in her honor. It's grown so much since then, just as I have, and it reminds me of just how important it is to plant memories, to stay rooted in them, and to take the time to reflect. For the sake of planting memories, I've decided to document the magical little moments of the day-to-day in a new way. This is my junk journal, and today I'm working on my very first spread. The idea is to collect little mementos, things that seem insignificant, things you might even throw away, but to remember that they hold sentiment and arrange them in a special place. A creative yet sacred little place to bottle that magic. Each piece in this entry holds a quiet meaning, something that maybe only I can decode. My mother's name tucked within another, a scrap of wallpaper that once lined the kitchen walls of our 1932 home, and of course, photos of my sweet boy. Simple little pieces, each with their own story, coming together to form something deeply personal and beautiful. If you are also someone who feels that need to bottle up the magic of the little moments that create such a full and beautiful life, I would love to know how it is that you go about doing so.